Okay, we're live.
Okay. Call the meeting to order by starting with the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, purpose of this meeting is to sign a warrant to have a special town meeting before our next selectmen's meeting on October 23rd to vote on installing a solar ordinance, moratorium until the ordinance can be rewritten and not as vague and confusing as it currently is. So, pretty simple.
Well,
Do
do we
we
have any discussion on
that? Sure.
that? Okay.
It,
It's my understanding that the supplier has, made some changes, and he's in compliance with the ordinance now, and he's submitted a new application. So do we really need the moratorium?
we don't, or we
I
haven't
don't
been,
know anything about a new application.
I have a letter to read from Diane. And I,
yep,
do I have to stand? Okay, this is, dear Canton Select Board. I've authorized Dawn Everly to speak on my behalf as I cannot attend the meeting tonight. As a planning board member, I want to say I'm not in favor of a solar moratorium. The meeting notice was posted with an incorrect date and did not appear to be correct once brought to the town's attention. The meeting was not visible on the website. It did not appear on the town calendar. It did not appear under select board meetings, separately from the issue of proper notification. The planning board has briefly discussed the solar ordinance changes that need to be made and plans to review in depth and author an updated ordinance at the next planning board meeting 2 days away. Even if it takes 2 meetings to complete the recommended ordinance changes, that time is not a burden, and a moratorium does not remove any pressure from the planning board. There is no pressure. The planning board is planning to review a solar application at this week's meeting that we believe is fully compliant with the current ordinance requirements. This applicant has worked with the town in a civil, transparent manner to meet the town's requirements. A moratorium would only hurt this one applicant. Thus, this moratorium feels like a targeted initiative to stop a single application that is fully compliant with the ordinance from proceeding. This is the practical outcome if it is not the intended. There are no other applicants in the pipeline, and the year-end deadline precludes any new applicants popping up in a short notice. Again, I urge the select board not to pursue a solar moratorium as it serves no useful purpose, wastes time and money that could be put to better use, and only targets a specific applicant. Sincerely, Diane Ray.
anyone have any comments?
My comment is, first of all, we don't decide on the moratorium. We're just scheduling a special town meeting for the townspeople to talk about whether they want one or not. Essentially, all we decide on tonight is what the question is going to be put before the town at this special town meeting. So whatever we vote on tonight nothing is official. This is just saying, I don't have the wording in front of me. The question that we would be putting before the town would be first to choose a moderator to preside over the meeting. Then would be to see if the town will set in place a moratorium for at least 180 days to allow a new ordinance to be drafted by the planning board. So that whatever happens with the moratorium tonight, this is just us scheduling a meeting for the townspeople to come together on the 23rd to say yes or no to the moratorium. We as a board of selectmen don't have the power to do
Right.
that. All we are doing is convening a meeting of the town so that can be discussed. Because that the moratorium is something that's above us. That's a town decision, not ours.
Okay, so the meeting, you guys decide to do whatever, you go through with the moratorium, or you go through with suggesting to have the meeting.
Mhm.
for the moratorium. At that point at that meeting is where individuals would voice their opinion.
Correct.
Yep, that's where people would come forward and say, yes, we want it, no, we don't.
Okay,
It would be just like the town meeting we hold in June, you know, there'd be a show of hands, yes, show of hands, no. And then it would go from there. Personally, I would like to see the moratorium because I think there are a couple issues in the solar ordinance that should be addressed. Things like the and/or clause, because that unfortunately makes it so that you don't really know. There's no way to really distinguish someone from a small, medium, large, because they could, by the and/or, they could fall